Hey, this is a bit of a PSA. This dog, Chloe, who you guys have probably seen a lot of, is a service dog that I was training for Ben, who's a young man who's in a wheelchair because he is quadriplegic. And I took this task on when about December of last year, about 12 months ago, and I picked Chloe up. She was 8 weeks old. Started working with her. We've been working together for a year. I've been back and forth with Ben's family quite a bit, working with him and working with Chloe. She's been living with me for the entirety of the time, with the exception of a 3-week session where she went home and stayed with them as a trial period just recently. That was like maybe a month ago. And then also a couple of like weekends where they took the dog to stay with them for 3 to 5 days to just experience her and have her in the house and get to know her a little bit, and for her to be comfortable around their house and their older dog and things of that nature. So in general, things have gone pretty well with her training. There's been some things that didn't work out very well though, and I think that it's important to note that I've never actually done this before. So I've never trained a service dog for a person in a wheelchair. Everyone's got a first time for doing something though, and I went into it full steam. I bought an electric wheelchair, I bought a manual wheelchair, I started training her with a remote feeder so that someone who didn't have access to, or who couldn't have mobility and deliver treats and food rewards to the dog, could still reward her via a remote feeder, things of that nature, and created behaviors like door pulls and retrieves to lap and different comforting behaviors, as well as just general public access and healing with the wheelchair, and things of that nature. So those things actually went really well, and she is an amazing dog. That being said, what you'll notice soon is that she's actually going to stay here with me. So there's a couple reasons for that, but she is not going to go live with Ben and be his service dog. She is going to remain a pet dog. So a few reasons for that are, one, I want to take responsibility for my part in that this is something, like I said, that I've never done before, and there are possibilities that I could have done things better at certain times, and I could have had a better outcome at this point 12 months later. That being said, I think another important point is the dog. She is an absolutely amazing creature. She's pretty much an angel. That being said, there's some characteristics that she has and doesn't have that as an adult here are and will be and have been leading to some challenges training wise. Getting compliance out of the dog, Ben getting compliance out of a dog will be a challenge no matter what, but for this particular dog was leading to very specific challenges based on what she expects from a human in terms of relationship. So I, again, I will take responsibility for my part in that there's more than a possibility. There's definitely things that I could have done differently and things that I could have accomplished at different times, and gotten better results from it. So, like I said, I think it's important that I take my responsibility for that. Not every single dog is going to make it through a program like this anyway, and there's a reason for that also. A lot of people that use or that run through organizations, or that a lot of organizations that use dogs like this to train and give to people that need them, use puppy raisers. Puppy raisers are people who raise the dog up to a year old. They follow a very strict training protocol, and when the trainer is presented with these dogs at about a year old or 18 months old, they get to pick which of these dogs exhibit the characteristics that they want most for each individual that they're training for. So for each end user. So for what I thought, I kind of overlooked that, honestly, and I thought, well, if I train the dog from a puppy, from 8 weeks old, I'm going to be able to see all these characteristics that I want and bring them out more, or allow some of them to fade away if they're undesirable. But I think that this dog very specifically, is a very soft dog, and that won't make sense to everyone, but it'll make sense to dog trainers. If you're not a dog trainer, it's kind of mushy. It looks like a dog that just kind of flops over, and as soon as you go to touch her, she just melts. And we all know dogs like that, but there's certain characteristics that make that specific trait undesirable for us for a couple of reasons here. I needed actually a little bit more pushy, confident dog for this particular situation. And like I said, I don't want to take my responsibility. I want to take responsibility for my part, and there's possibilities I still could have made this work. But after deliberation, and after talking with the family and talking with my family and Olivia, I didn't ask Rhino, but he's all about it. We decided that it would be better for the dog to stay here. I didn't want to increase a burden on Ben's family. They already have a lot to do. They already have a full plate, and I certainly didn't want to add something to their life that was going to make it more difficult for them if it wasn't going to really provide the benefit that we originally set out for. So I'm going to take this as a learning experience, and Chloe's life will be incredible here. I promise that she will not for one day suffer because of this choice, or because of possibly my shortcomings or whatever. She loves my dogs. Olivia loves her. I love her very much. I've loved her for a very long time. She likes the chickens. I mean, she's just an incredible dog, and she's an incredible pet dog. She's going to continue to be a pet dog, and hopefully enrich my family's life and the lives of people around us for many years to come. And we'll try to continue to find other solutions to help Ben and his family as well. And that's all. Just wanted to be very honest with everybody, and you're going to see a lot of Chloe in the future just doing regular dog stuff that we do. And I might teach her some fun stuff, of course, but she's not going to be a service dog, and she's going to live with me. So thanks.